This is Amanda with some juices from a new vendor called Good Life Vapor. The owner of the company's name is Jeremy Dollar. I met Jeremy a few months ago through Facebook. We're both in Georgia, so we kind of had an instant rapport going. He told me he was going to start DIYing, and the next thing I knew, he was offering me some samples to try, and he's going to be going live this week. I'll set the link down here so that you can get some of these of your own. And he sent me 4 flavors, 10 milliliter bottles, 6 milligram level of nicotine, and we're going to talk about those. Generally, I like to talk more about the vendor than the flavors because, I'm sorry, I have to say it again, flavor is subjective, and you get more of a better idea about the company if we talk about the company rather than the flavors. But we're going to go through the individual flavors to make sure that they are what they say they are and that they generally taste good. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Strawberry Fields Forever, and I have it on a KR808 cartomizer on my lava tube at 4 volts. And I did that because I tried to do a review with my 901 atomizer, and half of the review was me blowing it out and trying to vape off the flavor eraser, and we don't want that. So this is Strawberry Fields Forever. And I don't know if you can see the vapor as well, but it's really good vapor. And the throat hit's really solid too for 6 milligram. I'm sure it would be a really solid throat hit at a normal level, 12 to 18, whatever most people use. The flavor is the thing that I want to talk about though, because I'm a flavor junkie. And this is just strawberry, straight strawberry. Like strawberry that my mom would cut up and put in a bowl and sprinkle sugar on, leave it in the refrigerator for a day or two to make its own syrup, and then use for a pie or something. I mean, it's like phenomenal. I love it. It's not complex, not complicated, not complex. It's just strawberry with a little bit of menthol kick to it. And I really like it. It's a good break from the stuff I normally get, which would be like the really, like pipe tobacco-y, coffee-y, bakery type stuff. So this is a nice break. It's kind of like back to the roots for me. So I really like Strawberry Fields Forever, and I would buy it again. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Watermelon Bubba. Watermelon Bubba, Jeremy said, is his all-day vape. So, again, the watermelon's fresh watermelon. It's not candy-like watermelon. The bubble gum in this one, surprisingly to me, actually is stronger than the watermelon flavor, which I like. It's probably more like how Watermelon Hubba Bubba really is. Again, the vapor's good. The throat hit's not really there on this one at all. I'm cool with that. I'm not big on throat hit, but I like that flavor. The next one is Blueberry Gum. I was really excited about Blueberry Gum because I like blueberry anything. And with gum, that's going to be a win for me. And I do, man. The blueberry that he's using is really good, really good. I haven't used it in my DIY. I haven't come across this exact blueberry yet, and I'm glad he did. The gum is secondary to the blueberry on this one. Blueberry tends to be a really strong fruit flavor, and again, this one's slightly mentholated, but what really comes through is the blueberry. And the only thing that I saw, the downfall with this one, is both dripping on my 901 and with my Cardos, is that you have to top off pretty often because the flavors tend to get lost pretty quickly, especially at higher volts. So I was just topping off and topping off to get that bang of fresh flavor, and to me that was worth it. So I don't mind doing that. I will buy this one. None of these are overly sweet. I don't know if he sweetened them at all, but I like them. I like them like that. The last one we're going to talk about is Eve's Mistake, which is an apple. And I'll tell you up front, apple is not my favorite to vape. I don't know why that is, but this flavor is, you know, again, solid apple. There's really not anything to complicate it. It's green and red, I think, mixed together, and probably a couple other things working in concert, lightly mentholated. Neither sweet nor tart take over, but they're both present. I mean, I like it, but that wouldn't be one that I would want to take home with me. I'm going to go with the Bluebird gum. But again, overall, I'd really like to talk about the vendor. I find Jeremy to be an open book. I did ask him what flavoring companies he uses. I know that some of you know that I am big on not using Diketones. And Diketones, you can find plenty of information on ECF about it. Basically, we all quit smoking and went to vaping because it's a better health decision. Diketones and vaping are the vanillas, custards, creamy, gooey, blah, blah, blah flavors, and they're delicious, but they cause emphysema. Just like with smoking, if we smoked enough for long enough, we would have gotten sick, period. And if we vape enough Diketones, we know we're going to get sick with emphysema. So I avoid them. And, you know, again, there might be other wild cards out there that we need to avoid that we don't even know about yet. But for right now, I know about those, and I'm going to avoid those. Now, he was honest that he uses a couple flavor companies that don't publish their vape safety information. And so I can't say for certain that there are no Diketones in these juices, but they are fruit flavors. So I don't detect a lot of the things that I know Diketones to be, which are the custardy, creamy, vanillas. And really, honesty is all I really look for in a vendor, you know, open book policies and honesty. Because like I said, I do DIY, but I don't have the time or the patience to get them how I like them. And I really like to taste the things that other people are doing, especially these smaller vendors that really put time and effort into making good, balanced flavors in their juices. These are not complex in any, you know, they're not sophisticated necessarily, but he's just starting, and I really like the lack of complexity. I think that that's a fresh break from all the crap that I've been inundating my taste buds with for the past year and a half. All right, I hope you give him a shot, and I will include his information. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you for helping my mom quit smoking.